Possibly, yeah. That's a very great question. So firstly, I think the starting point would be to have a more clear understanding of our strategic interest, that our threat perceptions, and our understanding on strategic situations, because we are in the middle of a geopolitical struggle, and also we were the same country. India, Pakistan, and South Korea and North Korea share very similar history, and we are located in a very similar strategic position. So, which means that there are so many things to do all together between our two countries. And then, at the same time, we have to take a very concrete action. For instance, India now is focusing more on its strategic autonomy, self-reliance, and so on. In this perspective, South Korea can be a very beneficial and very useful partner to help India to have modernized military power and so on. So, and then also in terms of economic prosperity, yes, we have many specific projects that can have a mutually beneficial partnership in the years to head. So I think this is a perfect timing that we can have both strategic sharing in our mind, but at the same time to embark on a very specific projects which help our both countries to prosper and to have peace together.
Yeah, first of all, today's meeting with the all-party delegation from India is a very important and occasion and event that provided us a very vivid kind of response of the Indian government. And also, I was really, it was really a new information that the Indian government is very firm and determined to take on this the new stance, zero tolerance. So I think, India's response has been very restrained and accurate. And I think government of Republic of Korea issued a statement, a very strong statement, that supports India in its response to this attack. And as I said in the event, I think the South Korean people are firmly standing with the Indian people on this regard. And also, I think the government of Korea will cooperate with India how to work together to exterminate, to get rid of all sorts of this kind of the terrorist behavior. Yeah.
So, what do you think how the two countries can work together, India and South Korea, in ensuring the safety and security of their citizens? You have the same security tensions with your neighbor, North Korea.
Right.
We share similar problems with Pakistan. So, how do you think two countries can work together?
Yeah, I think South Korea and India are in the same situation with regard to each neighbor countries' regular and kind of the military and all kinds of provocations. So in that regard, I think there are rooms for the two countries to work together, right? So this particular event is a kind of terrorist behavior or terrorism activity. So I think in that regard, there are a lot of joint actions, bilateral as well as multilateral cooperation that we can work on. For example, arrangements against the anti-terrorist arrangement, right? Korea is a very active member of the various kind of cooperative mechanisms. So in that regard, I think the India and Korea can strengthen its level of cooperation. And also, as the South Korea is one of the rotational member of UN Security Council this year, right? So there are a lot of areas that we can work together in international and global arena. For example, kind of working together for a very strong resolution condemning this kind of behavior, and how we can work together in action, not in just word, to get rid of all sorts of this kind of behavior, right? Yeah.
Of course, our government also, strongly criticizes such a, brutal terrorism. Nobody supports. And also, we are fully support government India's actions against such terrorism. Okay? So as general public also, nobody, supports such a terrorism. Everybody criticizes terrorism. Everybody supports such a strong action against terrorism. That's all. Yes. Including me. Yes.
So how do India and South Korea can work together to ensure safety and security of their civilians?
Yes, of course, there are a lot of room for both countries to cooperate, or to promote, strength relations between the two. I guess, of course, bilaterally, but case we can do a lot, right? But multilaterally or unilaterally, government India very much focus on so-called issue-based alliance, like the BRICS, Shanghai Cooperation, Quad members. So I always, tell them, my government Korea, even long time back when I participated in the conference in India, I told that we should promote some kind of unilateral, alliance or issue-based alliance, like, KAI, K for Korea, A for Australia, I for Indonesia, another I for India. Korea, Australia, Indonesia, India. Can may have multilateral, cooperations on terrorism, on pirate in the sea, sea robberies, all these things. So, but now that I found that there are only some kind of bilateral cooperation between India and Korea, but it's time to have another kind of multilateral cooperation like military cooperation, KAI, Korea, Australia, Indonesia, India. In fact, my idea is appreciated by long time back many Indian think tankers, but it couldn't be, realized. But it's time to think about, to architect such a unilateral cooperations.